Hello guys, I'm Paris the options guy and welcome back to today's video. And if we see markets moving in sort of a range being again volatile, markets cannot catch a trend over here. If you see after this gap down, and if it weren't for this gap down, I think markets wouldn't have been trending at all. But if you see after that, markets just have not caught a trend, right? They cannot move in a single direction at all. Talking about Nifty, same thing for Nifty also, aside from this day where there was sort of a trend, not really a trend, right? Markets have just not been able to catch a trend, right? And over here you could say that this was a trending day, but yes, after opening of the gap down we could say that this was a trend, but in the end again markets first of all gave a little bit of pullback and then again open with a gap down, gap up, sorry. So it is a hard market for positional traders, and so what we can do over here is going to be very simple. Now if you see Nifty in a range over here, Bank Nifty also in almost a range, you can say between 49,800 and 50,600, you can say, or 50,700. So now if the market has to move down, now today if you see markets have made a green candle, they've made a red candle. Bank Nifty has made a red candle for 3 days, and then today it has made a green candle. So can we consider this as a sort of a, you can say, pullback? Definitely. But if this is a pullback, what you will see is tomorrow itself market will give you a very easy fall on the downside from here. And if you see, there's this trend line coming in Bank Nifty from the upside also, which I forgot to draw, but this is the trend line, and Bank Nifty is in sort of a symmetrical triangle pattern. So what I want you guys to do tomorrow is going to be very simple, and Nifty also has this resistance which is pretty obvious. So if the market has to move down from here, keep this in mind. Tomorrow itself market will close below these lows. Nifty will close below 23,900 and with a strong way. Not like, Nifty goes below 23,900 till 23,700, then recovers and closes till 23,900. Not in that way. But Nifty will close below 23,900 and in a very bearish way if the market has to continue its down move, right? So that is for Nifty. Now talking about Bank Nifty, if you see Bank Nifty also is in this range, right? If I move this down a little bit, just a second. Yes, if I move this down, this is the support that Bank Nifty is taking at lower levels, and this I'm really sorry. This is the support that you need to look out for. Tomorrow, if you open with a gap down, that will be the best thing. And tomorrow, if you open with a gap down, what we will look out for is any sort of a bullish trap that can be made. If the markets, let's say we open with a gap down somewhere near 50,000, right? Or 50, 49,950, all these levels, then what we need is some sort of a, pullback over here. Now, by pullback, what do I mean? I am going to make it for you and tell you guys. If let's say we open somewhere near over here, right? What we need is market to go up a little bit, just a little bit, to show everyone that market is again coming back above this trend line. And then the second time when the market would be breaking its day low, that is when you guys can go ahead and take a short position in the market over here, because then the market chances are that market will continue to move down, and market most probably will then go down till 49,200 to 49,000 on the downside. Before that, there is not really any sort of a good support, right? So that is for Bank Nifty. Now one concern that I have in Bank Nifty is HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank is still looking strong, and from lower levels we are again seeing buying coming, which is the biggest concern for me. If HDFC Bank gives up its gains tomorrow, then chances are we could see a very good sell-off in HDFC Bank also. Now for ICICI Bank, if you see, again looking pretty weak, but on the other hand, if you see, it has sort of gotten stretched, right? After this pullback, you can say there wasn't a lot of momentum. And if you see, when it is falling, there are a lot of wicks, right? If we see so many wicks in almost every candle, there are wicks. So there is not a full candle like this where the market is looking completely bearish, and these are the things that are really, a problem for the market. And talking about State Bank of India, if you see, this is falling definitely very well. So if State Bank of India does continue its weakness, then chances are we will continue to see more weakness in Bank Nifty also, and Bank Nifty also might then move down fast from here. So the most major bank that you need to look out for will be HDFC Bank. If HDFC Bank is weak, then Bank Nifty will continue to move down. But definitely not a great market for me also, since this time market hasn't really been very great, because market is not really catching a momentum, and whenever it is catching a momentum, the momentum is like done in gap downs or gap ups. So you can't really catch that sort of momentum until unless you are very much prepared to know exactly what is happening going to happen in the market. Another thing that you need to keep in mind tomorrow is that the way that I told you about taking a trade over here, if the market doesn't cross this zone very fast tomorrow, after, let's say, the way I told you to enter into the market, after that, if you are entering and the market is not crossing very fast, please keep your stop loss tightly, trail your stop loss tightly, because if the market has to move down, it will give you a sell off like this, right? And that sell off will be very fast and the market will move down very fast. So your target should be 49,500 on the downside. If you want to book a little bit before that, then 49,700 is going to be the area that you need to look out for. And then if we close at lower levels itself, on a positional basis, you can hold your positions for a target of 49,000 also on the downside. One thing that can happen tomorrow is that if we open to the gap up, because US markets are again looking pretty bullish over here. At least they are showing a bullish momentum over here. We need to see what happens in the second half. Maybe like tomorrow, where we open to the gap up, we might again see a sell off. So if that happens, if let's say we open to the gap up somewhere near 50,300 or 350, 400, all these levels, what we need to look out for over here is a breakout failure. Either the market goes above today's high, comes back down, then you can go ahead and take a short position. But the best thing would be if market comes back, breaks this trend line, and then if the market is again coming back below this trend line, that is when you guys can go ahead and take a short position once you start to see negative price action being built, because then the market will be very much ready and it can again start to fall from there, right? So that is for Bank Nifty. Now let's talk about Nifty on the other hand. If you see over here, again just consolidating in this range over here. So the major level at higher, the major levels at the, at the upper range is this zone of 24,340 to 300. If markets break this zone and you do not see very fast buying coming from here, and if the markets break the zone and come back below this zone and start to make negative price action, you can go ahead and take a short position over here, and then you can go pretty aggressively, because if the trap is made over here, then Nifty will move down very fast from here, and then chances are that Nifty will also first of all come down till this lower end of this range, and from there if we break 24,000 with a lot of strength, chances are 23,800 and 23,600 will also be pretty easily achievable. However, let's say if we do not open with a very big gap up, because again 24,300 is pretty far away at this point. So what we need to look out for tomorrow is this level that I'm going to draw right now, which is this zone that you see over here. Now this is a smaller zone, and if you see that the market goes above this zone and then it is again coming back down below the zone, you can still think about taking a short position over here itself, because this is a closer zone that you can use to take a short position, because that is a little too far away. Because a lot of people would have taken a short position over here, right? Market will first go on to hunt their stop losses, and if the market is again coming back down, you can go ahead and take a short position over there again. Your first target can be easily 24,030 on the downside or 24,050 on the downside, and then you can once we break 24,000, you can easily keep a target of 23,800 also. It will come pretty fast, because tomorrow if the market breaks the zone, chances are this consolidation will get over and we'll easily see 23,600 to 500 on the downside also pretty soon, right? If we open the gap down, let's say somewhere near 24,000 on the downside, then we will not take a short position instantly. Now two things can happen. If let's say we open near 24,000, let's say we open somewhere over here, market breaks this zone in the first go itself, then what we'll do is wait for a pullback. And if we get a pullback and then the market is again going and breaking, that is when we'll go ahead and take a short position. Because what might happen over here is that market might go down, break this zone in the first candle itself or the first few minutes itself, and then it might give you a fake breakout over here and markets might again come back in this range. So what we need over here is that market should break the zone, give a pullback, and then the second time once the markets are going down, that is when we will go ahead and take a short position in the market. Another thing that can happen, let's say if you open with a gap down, is that markets might take a recovery, a little bit of a recovery till back till today's closing. And again, over here itself, we will go ahead and take a short position in the market as soon as we see a negative price action. The first lower low that is made, that is when we can go ahead and take a short position at higher levels, which will be somewhere near today's closing. Okay, markets might even take a little bit of resistance from this trend line that has been made. So if that happens, please keep your minds open. And if you are seeing that very strong selling is coming from this trend line itself, you can take a little bit of an early entry also. However, please wait for confirmation and don't be very fast in taking an entry, right? So I hope you guys understood what you guys can do for tomorrow. And yeah guys, that was it for today, and thank you very much for watching till the end. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.